It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Chicago Bears and the New Orleans Saints. Tirico and Greg Olsen. It is for real. Season begins here. Off we go here in New Orleans. We'll get this up past the 20s. That's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80. Ready?
Out of the gun, they'll throw to get things going. Brought in by Chris Olave. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On the ground, this is Kendrick Miller. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Got it. Ready? Let's go.
He'll look to throw. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a first down.
Every team in the league practices these situations every single day. That's a critical 3rd down, Mike. So now with this fresh set of downs, they got to just take a deep breath. Now you're really not so much playing against your opponent as much as you are playing against this clock.
Quick throw, up wide, it's caught, and he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
They will run the draw play with Miller, and he is not going to get away. Might have got the yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
3rd and 2. Here we go. Now they'll set up to throw. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's going to be taken down. First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a first down.
Mustang 19. Ready? 19, Tiger. 19, Tiger. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Back to throw. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Tried again here from the 7-yard line. 2nd down and goal.
Let's go now. 60 by Cougar 19. Ready?
His handoff to Miller, running left. Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready?
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Will Johnson. And the Bears are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
We got Biggie Frosty. Big, what is it?
And this tackle there, he pushes forward. It'll give him 4 yards.
Taken down at his own 7-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Burden, the man on the move. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
3rd and short yardage, and here's Williams. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick throw, taken in, and they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open.
And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Saints.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back. Even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan, everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
He's going to elect not to bring this one out. It's probably a wise decision as this ball comes out to the 35.
What is it? Blue.
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. Moving outside the pocket. That's going to be incomplete. And it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
This offense has to do a better job of generating chunk plays once he gets outside the pocket and they transition into scramble drill. Instead, nobody really uncovers downfield, forces him to make a difficult throw, and falls incomplete.
Second and 10.
From slip. Alone. Vegas.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And that one is incomplete and brings us to the end of the first quarter of play. So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. The Saints out on top. More from New Orleans after this. Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. A big-time play for the Bears. Pickup of 46 yards. So, here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's in. Touchdown, Bears.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
We're on top, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
They'll get it going on the ground with Miller. This will be a Saints first down as he gets this one past the 30.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
2nd and 4.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Forced to his right. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. And a nice job by the quarterback. Realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn it to a runner, pick up the first down.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
19 Tiger. Hey, smash. Go street. Street.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up the first down.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, New Orleans.
First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Get it.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
We'll try again. It's second and 10.
Ready, ready. Liking it. Ready.
Here's Miller. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
How many heads I gotta take to level my aesthetics? Hurry up and get your muscle up. We up the plyometric. Ran up by the Lux and that's up the highest metric. The city just made it sweet. People diabetic. They mouth get full of deceit. Let these cowards tell it. Walking New Orleans with the edit.
Third and long.
Come on. Set. Panther 60.
He'll drop to throw. Looking middle of the field. It's complete. 17 yards that time from number 17.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Now he'll run.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Second and 5.
Here we go. Set. Go.
Now, faking the give. Quick throw here is complete. And he is out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Give them a dozen yards on that one and give them first and goal. This has been some kind of march downfield. Now, can they pay it off with 6? It's first and goal. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return.
At their own 39-yard line.
From the 39, here's a first and 10.
What is up? Watch out.
From the shotgun, it's Williams. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Luther Burden, the intended target, and it'll lead to a second down.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
They'll try again here. Second and 10.
Ready, sit up. Goodbye, Sam West.
Now a give on the ground, and no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. It is 3rd and long. To throw, it's Williams. This one taken in by Odunze. Saints going to use their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Tory Taylor now. The punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and we come out to the 20-yard line. Back to throw here to begin the drive. On the run to the right, and he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and the quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Mustang 19. Buffalo 18. 19 Lions.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. Clock is stopped for 26 seconds until the break.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
He'll go left side here and complete this one. He's going to be out of bounds. He is well shy where he needed to get to. It'll bring up 4th down. The Saints will punt this one away as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there.
At their own 34-yard line.
Hey, volunteer, volunteer, volunteer. Vegas, Vegas.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. Out to his right. He's going to keep it himself. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. So they send in Will Reichert for this field goal try. And this was the old NFL record spot, a 63-yard attempt. That one's on target, and it is good from the other side of midfield. One of the longest field goals in NFL history. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. This will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Williams going to keep it on the zone read. The defense not biting. They stay at home and they tackle him for no gain.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here's Williams. Oh, the man is Horton. It's caught. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a first down.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here's we start the second half.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
Throwing on first down, it's Williams. Showing off the footwork, sliding down after a gain of 8.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Burden, the man on the move. A run now on 2nd down. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing is Williams. That's to the big tight end, Colston Loveland. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
And long. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
A bit of an odd decision. They go play action on 3rd and long. It's not typically an area that you see a lot of play action used. There's really no threat of run, and all it did was give that defensive front enough time to get home and likely put an end to this drive.
19, Cowboy 80. Panther 11, Panther 18, Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Ready.
On 4th down, here's Milton. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down.
Turnover on down.
Okay, break.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10.
Ready. 6, ready.
They'll start the drive with Miller. He works free, right side. And he will score. Andre Miller, touchdown Saints. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35.
They're on 35-yard line.
Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. Pass complete. Luther Burden. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the 1st down.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 2. From from the gun. Here's a handoff. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Bears first down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
What is that?
A play fake. Now Williams. That's out left and complete to Burton. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. 10 yards for number 10 on that one, and it's 1st and 10.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. It's a gain of 34.
1st and goal, Chicago.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing, and another loss of yards.
Back to the 5-yard line now. 2nd down and goal.
What is that?
They'll run. He'll try the left side now.
Yeah, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
We'll try and throw. Here's Williams. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Luther Burden. Touchdown, Chicago. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
The Bears will line up for the 2-point conversion.
To throw is Williams. The pressure got to him. He was hit as he threw it. It's incomplete, and they come up empty, trying for 2.
16.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. A short one taken at the 10. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
Ready? Let's go. Cavity Lions. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll run straight ahead with Miller. Into the secondary, past the 40. Inside the 20. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 72 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. to a two-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a two-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now Williams. Action made. It's Burton. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. That's good for 27 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They're going to put a man in motion to the right. Williams going to give it up on a pop pass. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A gain there of 11. First down, Chicago.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Bears.
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. That pass is caught by Burton. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
Williams to the air once more. That's a short one, caught by Lovely. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest to catch.
And the Bears are going to have first and goal coming up. Tackle made at the 3-yard line.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a
Here we go. We got Biggie Frosty. Biggie Frosty. Biggie
first
Frosty.
and goal at the 3-yard line.
Slam left. Slam left.
Here's a run. And he will score. Game on. Touchdown, Bears. That his second touchdown now here in the season opener. Riker now to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Bears have cut the deficit to 5. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
At their own 26-yard line.
Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for first and 10.
Ready? Hit.
They'll run it right here with Miller. Room to run at the 40. Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. And he is gone. 73 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. What a start to the season. It's a 3-touchdown week number 1.
And that should all but put this one away, Mike. And we've had some big plays throughout this game, but none bigger than that one right there. They score on the long touchdown, And that makes this a two-possession game here late.
Makes the score Saints 31, Bears 23.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
19 Lions. 70 Lions.
They'll drop to throw. Moving to his right. Off he goes. And he'll wind up getting about 4 before he's shown the sideline.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
Here comes 2nd down.
What is it? Good ball, son.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And fortunately, he's able to get back on it, so not only will it not be a turnover, but in fact the drive keeps going. It's a 1st down. Williams. Pass right side, that is hauled in by Horton. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
32.
And they'll try to save their timeouts and use them on defense if they need it. Gets up and spikes this one. Williams to throw on 2nd down. He keeps it himself, and he is out of bounds. That's a couple of yards short of the marker, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
That's a smart play. 2nd down, don't force it if it's not there. He's able to tuck it, pick up some extra yards, and set up a more manageable 3rd down.
This crowd into it now. It's 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And it comes to 4th and 2. They'll indeed go. It's Williams. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. They've got to let it fly. To wind up a turnover on down.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
Up the sideline at the 35. Gets to the edge at the 30. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. This has got to feel good, Greg. You open at home and a great performance with one more touchdown added on top.
Not many better ways, Mike, than to create some excitement amongst your fan base than to have a great home opener. Every team works all off season. They stress it during training camp. Let's get off to a great start, and then all of a sudden you're able to do it in front of your home crowd. Man, this has been a really impressive performance.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. On the move left. And nice work there. Going to a slide and gain about 7.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
He's got Loveland free left side. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. They get 14 on that hookup. Good for a Bears first down. To throw, it's Williams. Flush to his right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they'll take this down inside the 35. And we'll get whistles and a timeout, so they will stop the clock. Closing seconds, game decided, but timeout anyway. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. We do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Looking to double up here, score the touchdown. They want more. They're lining up for an onside kick. So this one, a win for the Saints. A move to 1-0. Getting the victory to